Hey guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Denise. Today I want to talk about when we're actually, I want to talk about something else. We're changing it up. I want to talk about looking at our reality from the perspective of a collective consciousness or just one consciousness. And this is something I've wanted to talk about for a while, so we're going with this now. Um, Before I get started, however, I wanted to let you know that I am now offering group coaching. There's a link in the description below. There are two courses running. One is on prosperity and wealth and abundance, and the other is on manifesting your specific person. So, seating is limited. Check out the links if you're interested in group coaching, which is a great way to not only save on the cost of one on one coaching, but also have that support, that community, and learn from the experiences of the other attendees. So, there we go. There's that. So collective consciousness versus one. We're going to talk about that because this is something that a lot of my clients know about me. I don't know how in depth I've talked about it in videos here or elsewhere, but I do know that I'm pretty open about my beliefs about this, and that is that there is no collective consciousness. Now, I know a lot of you are going, "What the F? Come on." But here's how I look at it. We Yes, we have manifested the illusion of a collective consciousness. Absolutely 100%. And I believe that there are different levels of what appears to be a collective consciousness. In other words, I know that in this physical reality, what we see around us, there's many aspects of what appear to be a collective. Now, I also believe that there's another level manifested in the fourth dimension where there is also talk of a collective consciousness and different entities, and they're being channeled through these different beings. But ultimately, when we get back to the complete core of it all, or the root of it all, or the origin of it all, not origination, the origin of it all, there is only one. And so the reason I persist in my practice and my teachings to look at this from a perspective of only one, there is no division, there is no separation, there is no collective, is actually, there's multiple reasons, and I'm going to talk about those. One of them is because if I'm if everyone is me pushed out, and if it's my responsibility how this world looks and appears and shows up, then the only thing that matters is my consciousness, is what I'm thinking, where I'm focused, what I'm being consciously aware of. And if I have the concept or notion that there's a collective, then not only is that going to create or may create polarities where, well, these people think this and I think this and I think they're wrong and they need to change and they think I need to change and we don't see eye to eye and it's never going to balance out because there's all this conflict and disagreement and polarity between these viewpoints. But I also may be I may become comfortable in the idea that I don't have to change my perception completely. I don't have to do all the work because there is a collective. And it's sort of like the bystander effect in terms of like an analogy where somebody else will do it. Like there's other people to take care of it. It's their job. They can do it. They can change their consciousness around it. They need to change how they think of it. Right? So that's why I always persist in the idea that there's a collective. Well, those are additives to why the reason I persist is because I believe that is the truth, is that there is only one. There is one consciousness. There is no division. What appears to be separation of beings or separation of time or separation of experiences or social statuses or literally anything else is simply different perspectives of the all that is. And that's what consciousness is here to do. It's here to experience different perspectives of the all that is, because consciousness is always aware of the all that is. It has that in the bag. Like it's all here. It's all now. Cool. There it is. Just a big lump of all of it right now, right now, right now. But I want to experience like isolated incidents, isolated experiences, isolated different perspectives. So that's why I am always sort of continuing to go back to, but there's only one. But there's only one. I think it can be really beneficial to think of it this way, because if we think of a collective, again, we might decide that I don't have to do all the work. I let them do it. No, like you are responsible for everything you've experienced, for everything you've manifested, for every person you've manifested, whether they're on your television set or they're in your reality, in your face in your home, or they're in your reality behind the check stand at the grocery store. It doesn't matter. Like it's all you. It's all you being pushed out. It's all what you are aware of in consciousness. So if there are things that you're seeing in your extended reality that you don't like, you're responsible for that. It's up to you. So there is no collective. There is only one. And however, yes, there's the manifestation of what appears to be a collective. I will support that completely, but I'm not staying there and I'm not going to live there. I have to live there sometimes because I'm in this 3D reality, but I'm not going to continue to expand from that perspective of, well, there's a collective and when I change my consciousness, that's still all going to be the same. Not true. Like in a sense, yes, because it all is existing now all the time, no matter what. But it's all just existing now. Unless consciousness is having awareness of it, it's not what we would call a real experience. There has to be an experience and an awareness for it to be real, or what we would call reality, or truly occurring. So even the concept of 3D realities, parallel realities all existing simultaneously, yes and no. Like they exist in the sense that it all exists always in the now moment for the possibility, or for consciousness to become aware of and perceive as a perspective. But do I think it means that it's actually playing out? I mean, neither here nor there, because unless consciousness is aware of it, it quite literally doesn't matter. It's just like, the programs on the television or the radio station. Like, if you're not listening to them, they are non-existent to you. They don't matter. It doesn't matter if they're still available and if they're still running through the airwaves. If it's not like laying upon your ears and you're not hearing it, it doesn't exist for you. It's not real, and therefore it doesn't matter. So that's how I look at the idea of parallel realities. I don't think of it as this thing that's playing out and has life in it and is in existence. And even if it is, it's not happening because there's no consciousness in it. So to me, I always go back to only consciousness is real. That's what helps me with a lot of these questions and concepts. And well, if only consciousness is real, then what, right? Like, okay, there's a collective, but only consciousness is real and consciousness can't be divided. So is there a collective, or is there the manifested illusion of a collective at varying levels because it makes sense with the experience we're manifesting, right? So there's my video on that. I hope you all enjoyed it and found it interesting, and I will see you on the next one. Bye.